13 minutes to 11. I saw this little item and I thought, I wonder, it's such a good idea. Probably because I like purring things, well, preferably kittens. An animal rescue league of Berks County, which is in America. It's called Book Buddies. Got its start when a staffer encouraged her own son to practice his reading while hanging out with the cats. This is in the shelter, you see. So there's a picture of these kids reading to the cats. Just the kids get to read something, as in a book, and the cats sort of crawl all over them. I noticed this one here, the cat's standing on the book. Cats have really no idea about protocol. They'll stand on anything, thinking, excuse me, move over. And I thought it's just a great concept. I wonder if we could start it here or whether it does exist here. Kristina Vesk is the boss of the Cat Protection Society. Hello, Kristina.
Good evening, Clive. How are you?
Well, I'm okay. I think the concept of little kids, A, reading, and B, reading with cats at a rescue place, it's not a bad idea. I can't see a downside. Have you tried that here?
It's really fantastic. In fact, one of our vet nurses who does our school holiday program talked to me about it last year, but we don't really have the space at Cat Protection where we are. It's a little bit too small for that, but it doesn't really stop anyone doing the concept in their own home as a part of homework time. If you have a pet cat or dog, encouraging your child to read to them is a fantastic thing. I mean, cats and literature go together, I think, beautifully, just like cheese and wine.
Yeah.
And it's a great thing because, and I haven't found any studies on the program itself. There's an awful lot of studies on lots of work with education and animal-assisted interventions, but I think this one, it's really about common sense. I mean, the child is not being judged by the cat. The cat is helping to relax the child because just the presence of a cat and patting a cat helps to de-stress anyone, adult or child. And they're not being corrected with their mistakes. They're getting to enjoy the book. The cat's enjoying their company. And it makes that whole act of sharing and reading a pleasure, which I think is going to encourage a love of books and a love of learning and a love of reading.
If you had the space, would you do it?
I would. If someone would like to donate us a few $1 million so we can buy another facility, that would be fantastic. Yes. We'd absolutely do it. We do a school holiday program for kids, but it doesn't involve them reading to our cats. But
could that change, could it?
Sorry?
Could that change?
Well, it's a matter of finding sort of quiet corners, and at the moment, all our corners are occupied, by cats or otherwise the things that...
You could send some of the uglier kids home, couldn't you?
But I think, it is something, though, that seriously, I think, for homework time that parents could certainly encourage their children to do, to have this quiet time in a quiet room and read to their pet. I think it's a fantastic way to... and it also improves the bonds between the child and the pet. And there's lots of research, and it's a growing body of research talking about the benefits of pet ownership to people. But one of the common threads in that is the greatest benefits come when there is a good, strong bond between the person and the animal. So you can't just have sort of random cat and go, that's going to deliver me a whole lot of health benefits. You actually have to connect with them and communicate with them and, really sort of develop that bond.
So what sort of books are we looking at? Animal books, are we? What would be a good starting book for a little cat, do you think? Okay, from your imagination.
Whether we're talking about the reader or the cat?
No. We're talking about the story that's in the book. What sort of book would be a logical one? One of Tom Sawyer, something like that, would it be?
Oh, look.
Rudyard Kipling?
I think some Mark Twain. There's a lot of famous writers who loved cats. So Ernest Hemingway, Mark Twain, Jim Cody.
Now, was it Rudyard Kipling that had this story about he gave roles to all the animals, but the cat said all along, I'm not going to serve anyone? Do you remember that one? I remember distantly from the past, and the cat all the time, as cool as they are.
It sounds vaguely familiar, and, even if he didn't write it, it sounds right.
Yeah, so cats are good. Now, of course, the trouble with little kids is you've got to get them after they decide, after the age where they pick cats up by their rear legs. They've got no concept of how to hold a cat up. What age do they get over that, just holding a cat by any part of its body?
Well, I think that does come down to the parents and learning. And
they do it, though, kids, don't they?
if you teach them well, they don't. And look, I raised my daughter with cats in the house, and yes, she popped them in the stroller and wheeled them around, but she never mishandled them. They enjoyed that.
Yes.
They would sit down and they would play with her, but she never mishandled them. And in fact, you know, at Cat Protection, we also run a kitten kindy, which we encourage adopters of kittens to, and you know, to
that's good.
Kids and to learn all these things.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
School holiday program.
Yeah.
Actually, that's like for older kids. It starts sort of. We've got a K-2 group, 3 to 4 and 5 to 6, but it is about teaching children not just the general sort of things about responsible pet ownership, but how to handle them and also how to read their communication, because that's really important for them to enjoy their relationship with their cat. So understanding if that cat is not happy to sort of be handled at the moment, they're likely to scratch you. If you scratch, you're not going to be happy about that. So, you know, these are important things for children to learn. And I think that there is an important parental role there for the child's safety, for the child's for the cat's safety and the cat's happiness.
Well, cats are only human, aren't they? I mean, that's the point, isn't it? I learned a lot about my relationships with women over cats. They'll be cuddled when they want to. If they don't want to, that's it. When they're hungry, they want to eat, and they'll attack you when it suits them. Yes, just say yes.
Were you reading the body language right? I mean, did you see the ears moving?
Oh, yeah.
You've got to watch these things.
No, she had long hair. I couldn't see the ears moving. And no tail at all. Only just the bottom three bones.
That's a relief.
All right, well, I hope you get some facility sometime so you can have this, because it's also great therapy for human beings. There's something there that, as you say, doesn't judge you. It's pretty cute. And when it purrs, you sort of take that person and you think, oh, it likes being with me.
It is lovely,
Yeah.
and look, I think it's fantastic. There are other shelters in the US who've been doing this as well. This one just went crazy viral because it had the beautiful pictures,
Yes.
which really sort of tell the story. But it is something. I mean, I think it does tell us what an animal can mean to a small child as well.
Yes, you're right.
Children and pets, you know, they really mean a lot to each other, and helping to foster that.
I have neither. You're now making me cry. I have neither. Are you happy now?
Well, you can come to our shelter and read to our cats.
No, but the kitten's got to be 4 weeks old. That's my standard. They've got to be 4 weeks old, and there must be 3 of them in a basket.
So they need their mother at that age.
No. Well, they get a better time with me, believe me. If you match me against their mothers, I'm sorry, the mother's going to lose every time. Remember, I can talk the cat talk, which no one else I know does. And they go nuts. Seriously, they go nuts when I do the Robertson cat talk. It is serious.
Oh, I'd like to hear this.
No, I'm sorry, it's going to die with me. Oh, no. You're just going to forever wonder what it is that Robertson does that makes cats go nuts. It works.
Okay. Well, perhaps you could be a foster carer for Cat Protection. And
no, only if they're 4 weeks old. Only the babies.
We have the orphan babies who need.
Oh, really? Oh, I could pop out and see them.
Yeah, until they're big enough to be.
No, they'd follow me home, believe me. Oh, you're opening Pandora's box. They'd follow me home. Whole little trial of little 4-week-old kittens meowing. Oh, you think I'm joking?
But, that you could certainly do, and you could.
All right, well, I'll find out when you've got 4-week-old kittens, or 3 strong ones. I don't mind. Thank you, Kristina.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kristina Vesk. She thinks I'm joking. Dear listener, I'm not joking. I have the power to do it. How are we going here? We're going quite well. Okay, 4.5 minutes.